And now that brings me to our guest, a very intelligent man, not an idiot, but like most of us, believing that other people in government and corporations are like us, not corrupt. Wolfgang Halbig moved here when he was young from Germany, became a state police officer, then a customs agent. Then he started a school safety system, became the head of security for major universities. His system became one of the most dominant after the tragedy of Columbine. He's been on Good Morning America, you know, all the big shows, CNN, you name it. And then he began to investigate Sandy Hook, and it just didn't make sense. He even gave money to Sandy Hook. I'm kind of recapping what he's broken down before. He was the national executive director of the National Institute for School Workplace Safety. And he joins us to break this down, facebook.com/Sandy Hook Justice, sandyhookjustice.com. He has been threatened to shut up, and I don't want to name names because it gives people attention, not because I'm scared of them. I don't want to go down the road of some of these people that are trying to shut down our YouTube channel and some of the folks, other folks that are threatening us and things. I know Wolfgang's been through a lot of this with police coming to his house in another state for the feds and threatening him. That's why he's intensified what he's doing, but they do not want us looking into this. And so, you know, he's a guy from the system, but it doesn't add up. Mr. Halbig, thanks for coming on. Recap who you are. Recap why you question kind of the top 10 or 15 points that I know are on your website of why this doesn't add up. And then now they're really trying to seal everything when they could discredit us anytime they wanted to. Just tell us why Anderson Cooper's nose disappears, why it's blue screen. Just tell us why the people are walking in circles in and out of the building. It appears to be staged. Tell us why they said they didn't catch somebody in the woods when they did. Tell us why the school was closed before and then after, why they've sealed it all, why they've now torn it down. Tell us why Bloomberg sent an email to his people the day before saying, get ready to launch an operation to capitalize on a mass shooting. Tell us why you didn't launch the emergency helicopters. Tell us why the ambulance is parked for an hour down the road. Tell us why this appears to be as phony as a $3 bill. Wolfgang, thank you for joining us.
Thanks a lot, Alex, and thank God you have a voice. I'm glad InfoWars is out there. And the people that are attacking you now, they are coming after me. I mean, they're just coming after me. I mean, they're destroying my family. They've destroyed my business, and I'm passionate. And the only reason that I really got involved in this, I'm standing in front of 200 Florida school board members in Tampa, Florida. And Alex, they are worried that they may have a Sandy Hook unfolding in their community. So they're asking me questions for 2 hours. I can't give them the solutions because, number one, there's not one of us in America that knows the truth as to what actually happened in Sandy Hook. So what do? I simply ask questions as a national school safety consultant. They are so simple that anyone should be able to answer that, from the school board, from the city, Newtown Police, Connecticut State Police. 2 years, and they're refusing to answer my questions.
Well, we're getting copyright claims filed on us for just showing news articles, and you can't do that. And we've defeated these copyright claims, but there's been a lot of other stuff behind the scenes going on by other organizations and groups. They are really upset about this.
Well, you know what? They need to get ready, Alex. We're coming. If you could be in my office right now today, beyond a reasonable doubt, we have all of the evidence. People anonymously have now come forward from Newtown. We now have documents that will, without a doubt, show that that school did not exist. It was not in operation.
Well, you better release those as soon as possible, or they're going to end up, I mean, you know what happens to people. They're going to claim you suicided yourself. They'll probably take some of your family out, claim you killed them to demonize you. That's how they do it now. They kill you and your family.
Well, Alex, I saw my doctor the other day. I am not suicidal. I told my doctor I'm about as happy as can be. I got 3 great grandkids. But I'm telling you, the evidence that we have, and right now I have an attorney here in Orlando. We filed a lawsuit. The judge here in Orlando allowed us to move forward. She granted me 10 subpoenas that we issued 2 weeks ago for discovery information. Alex, we are on the move.
I know, you're on the march. The Empire Lies is on the run. Wolfgang W. Halbig, stay there. They threatened him, so he's going in hard. We'll be back.
Usually, the older one gets, the less you are able to absorb amino acids and the less you are able to repair the 100 trillion cells of your body. As a result, you'll have less energy, your tissues will shrink, and you'll become wrinkled. An older person will typically injure more easily and heal more slowly. Not fun. However, if you can consume a protein powder that is easier to absorb, then you may be able to gain back some strength, muscle, and speed of recovery. One World Whey is a highly digestible whey protein powder that may be the perfect answer for you.
My name is Errol. I'm 74 years old. You know, the taste of One World Whey is amazing. I play pickleball, and since taking One World Whey and your trace mineral supplement, I have more energy and recover faster from my working out. I used to take another grass-fed whey protein powder, but now I'm getting much better results using One World Whey.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldway.com.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his two-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
It's very easy to be a criminal. All you need to burglarize a home is one simple household tool, a pair of scissors. If your home security system can be compromised by a criminal using scissors, then you're making it easy for them. Almost every home security system, even those sold by big-name companies, has a weakness: the phone line. You shell out $1,500, get locked into a long-term contract, and think you're safe. But a burglar can destroy your alarm in seconds with one snip. And when a burglar cuts your phone line, you're defenseless. Simply Safe Home Security is the smarter choice. Built by Harvard engineers, Simply Safe uses a wireless connection to call the cops. Scissors can't cut it, and that means your home stays safe. 24/7 professional monitoring is under $15 a month with no contract. Simply Safe Home Security keeps you safer than the other guys for half the cost. Protect your home with the alarm you can trust. Simply Safe. Go to simplysafedefense.com now for an exclusive 10% offer. That's simplysafedefense.com.
Speaking of demonization, speaking of brainwashing, and clearly Sandy Hook was used as a propaganda event. Don't let a good crisis go to waste, as the White House Chief of Staff said, Rahm Emanuel, to demonize gun owners and say, how dare you, you killed these children. When somebody uses a baseball bat or a knife to kill people, you don't blame Louisville Sluggers. You don't blame Ginsu knives. When somebody runs over somebody with a Ford truck, you don't blame Ford. You blame who wields it. Look at this article on Infowars.com. 6-year-old child suspended for making gun shape with hand. Child forced to undergo re-education, I'm not kidding, on what it means to be dead. Death education has been linked to massive increases in suicide. I want to add to this excellent article by Steve Watson, the image of Obama 2 weeks ago doing a selfie, aiming his hand as a gun. I think the president should resign over that. And we need to add a quote from Holder to the article, as a listener's done in the comments section. What we need to do is change the way in which people think about guns, especially young people, and really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a very different way. Frank makes that point. Yeah, this is brainwashing. Oh, you can't, in your school paper in Minnesota, criticize radical jihadists. Oh, you can't say brown bag in Seattle, you're racist. Oh, you can't say bang, bang, cops and robbers. This is sick. But, oh, the kid can go home and play Xbox, a shoot-'em-up game all day. It's all about the individual getting in trouble. Talk about a cult. Wolfgang Halbig, you've got the floor. It's a short segment, long segment coming up. Bombshell info you're breaking today. Bombshell info. Go over the main points of Sandy Hook as a top safety expert, why you questioned it. There you are, successful, making a lot of money, running nationwide programs, playing golf, you know, pretty much quasi-retired. Why would you do all this? Well, because it didn't add up. I know you've talked about that on air. I'm not putting words in your mouth. But then the latest bombshell you just dropped, you're saying, because we know the school suddenly reopened, had been closed, and then they tore it down. The place was falling apart in photos and videos we saw. Didn't look like a real school. Then you add everything together, it looks like a prop, a drill. Did they kill real kids? Maybe, maybe not. Why didn't they call helicopters? I mean, I keep repeating this. It just doesn't add up. Wolfgang, what's the new bombshell info?
Well, the new bombshell info is that the subpoenas have been issued across the country. We're about to get discovery information that is now forthcoming. And if they don't provide that discovery information, they're going to be in contempt of court. And we also have the Connecticut Freedom of Information Commission hearing that is supposed to have already happened. They keep dragging it, but eventually we're going to get the truth, and the truth is going to show Sandy Hook, that school, was not an operating school, and I can tell you that from being a school administrator. Alex, it is the most filthiest, the most deplorable school. No child should have ever, or every teacher should have never died in such a filthy school. It is loaded with lead paint. It is loaded with asbestos. It's loaded with PCP. And those parents who called it a Vanguard school, who moved from all over the country, how could you send your kid to that filthy school, Alex? You and I wouldn't send our children to that school.
Before we get into the judge, your filing, where all this is going, it hasn't gotten a lot of national attention. It's gotten some, though, in the next segment. Recap what made you first start asking questions.
Well, what made me start asking questions is being a national school safety expert. It took me 3 days. Alex, when you don't request trauma helicopters, that's negligence. Whether they land or not, okay, let's wait. But they should have at least been requested. To not allow paramedics and EMTs inside that school all day long when lives could have been saved, that's negligence.
So they were turning off the default training of any police agency.
Absolutely. Columbine taught us one thing across America. The government spent hundreds of millions of dollars, and they used the word active shooter training. Well, active shooter training, Alex, is to get in that school as quickly as possible, neutralize the threat, and then you get all the medical help that you can find, and you get them in there to save lives. Alex, they never transported those kids, any kids, for over an hour.
I know.
I mean, and
they had them bivouac and gather down the street, half mile away. Very bizarre.
And Alex, who declared all of those children and teachers legally dead in the first 10 minutes? When only a doctor or a licensed registered nurse, specially certified, can do that.
No, it's got to be a specially certified nurse or coroner, and that's usually long after they're dead. They come out and put a tag on their toe.
Absolutely, and the coroner didn't show up for 4 hours. So again, Alex, who declared them legally dead? Because
why was every standard procedure ignored, and why are they covering up now?
And you know what? And we need to hold these people accountable. All of your listeners, the people who love you, Alex, call call your congressman, call your senator. These people owe us an